If you got a few minutes, let me give you my solution. My solution is you take a guy like Timothy Geithner and you put him in a new reality show. I have the show. It's called Timothy Geithner Does Small Business. You know, does small something like Dallas, something like Debbie Does Dallas, because it ends up the same way.
That was a different kind of reality show.
Well, but
that's one of that's in Carl's video library.
Yeah, well,
right?
basically what they're doing to small business is very similar. And so I think that in this case, you ought to send them out and you let him go in and run a restaurant, a small restaurant that's $1 to $2 million, and you let him deal with the regulations, both the state, the federal, the local regulations. You let him deal with all of the policies that are coming down, all of paperwork, everything that he has to run a business. And after a month, if he has his own money involved, okay, you reward him 10 times what he put in. And I guarantee you he won't live through the month. And then he'll understand what's happening in the life of a small businessman that puts his life on the line, basically borrows money with a signature, has got his house up the hock, and when he has a good year and he makes $500,000, they're going to tax the hell out of him. And the next year, when he gets killed because his business is not steady. You remember Wall Street, guys make a lot of money. If they lose money, they just don't get a bonus that year. Guys that own a small business, they just don't take anything that year. College professors, and I'm talking about Geithner and Summers and all these guys, they're guaranteed whatever it is, and they have an opportunity to do whatever they want, and they're not going to worry about the outcome. The small businessman is getting killed. I think that they have to, first of all, understand that, but number two, I think the small businessman has got to unite, and they got to go out and get involved with the political process.
You want a lot of these guys to get out more. The Euro style is you go to school to grow up to become a person in the government, an elitist in the government, and I guess in this current administration, there's not enough business people.
No, the only secure place in America today for a guy is in the government. By the way, there was a gardener that told me he's getting a job in the government. He couldn't deal with it anymore. He says, I'm going to go to the government. I want a pension for life. I want to have insurance for life. And you know what? Eventually, that's where we're going to go.
You would acknowledge that a large part of Depot's growth over the past 20 years has been because people got a home with the help of Fannie and Freddie, right? I mean, it made the economy grow.
People who could afford to have a home with the benefit of Fannie and Freddie, and plenty of people who couldn't afford a home lived in apartments and fixed their apartments up. I mean, people are people. Not everybody is equal, and not everybody will be equal, and not everybody can have the same thing in life. There are people who want to work hard. Listen, I work 16-hour days. There are people that don't want to work 8-hour days. Why should they be rewarded the same thing that somebody is willing to work 18-hour days? It just doesn't work out that way. There are people who are more ambitious than other people. There are people who are willing to take risks, and other people don't want to take the risk. And you have to reward those people who are willing to take the risk and put their lives on the line. That's what America, that's what the free enterprise system is all about. That's what our forefathers really saw, and that's what we're trying to destroy today. We don't want that. We want people, everybody to be equal, everybody to share, and it's not going to work out. And what we're going to do is de-incentivize the people that really want to work hard, because they're all saying the same thing. And this is consistent with the people that I talk to. You know what they say? I'm not growing. I'm not buying. And by the way, the only way they grow now is to merge with somebody else when they could take it, put it in, and consolidate and let go of 50% of the people. And what does that do for employment? That doesn't do anything for employment. So it's called jobs stupid. You know, everybody ought to have a little bumper sticker that says jobs stupid. You remember Clinton? Well, even Clinton, they ought to put one across his mouth because he should understand it better than anybody else.
All right,
I can't top that, can you?
No.
How do you follow that?